The magic of Stoic conversations. A recommendation from Stoicism is to put your focus on the shooting of the arrow and not on the hitting of the target. What does this mean? This is an ancient way of saying be outcome independent. Once you let loose an arrow, you cannot control where it goes. So only focus on what you can control. The way you hold the bow, the way you pull back the bowstring, the steadiness with which you let loose the bow, your steady breathing, and your focus on your heartbeat. Now, let's imagine two different people. One person follows the Stoic recommendation. The other person does not. The other person is focusing on and worrying about hitting the target. The first is only focusing on the things they can control. The shooting of the arrow. Who do you think will most likely hit the target? Let's think of this another way. Two golfers are teeing up. One is focused only on the swing. He keeps his eye on the ball until the swing is finished. The other guy can't keep his head down. He wants to look up and focus on the target, the outcome. Who do you think will hit a better shot? Let's think of this in terms of a conversation. Let's imagine this first through the context of a sales conversation. One guy is desperate for the outcome, the sale. He's got his mind on the rent, his bills, his boss, his upcoming performance review. The other guy is focused only on the conversation, the words he says and how he says them, the body language and energy of his customer when the customer is talking. He spends his time and his energy focusing on and expanding the wants and needs of the customer with a frame of pure curiosity. Which one of these guys do you think will be most likely to get the sale? Now let's imagine this through the context of a conversation with an attractive stranger. One person has had a cold streak for a while and they are desperate for some action. This guy is worried about how the other person might interpret his words. When the other person starts to close off their body language, this guy starts to get nervous. If the other person's eyes start to dart around the room while they're talking, this guy starts to feel like he's losing control of the conversation. His heart rate starts to rise, he starts to panic, and he's desperate to get the conversation back on track. Now consider the other person. This guy is only focused on the conversation. This guy knows that he can't control the behaviors of the other person any more than the archer can control the flight of an arrow after it's been shot. So this guy just enjoys himself. When he speaks without concern for how his words might land. This guy's goal is to only speak as plainly and as congruently as he can. When the other person is speaking, this guy is focused on their body language and their conversational energy. Now, which do you think will be more successful romantically? This is a paradox. The less you are concerned for the outcome, the more likely you'll get the outcome. Sure, when the archer pulls back his bowstring, he definitely wants a bullseye, but he puts that out of his mind temporarily and only focuses on what he can control. When a salesperson is talking to somebody, they absolutely want a sale. But as soon as the conversation starts, they put the idea of a sale out of their mind and they only focus on what they can control. While the conversational player definitely wants a positive romantic outcome, as soon as the conversation starts, he puts that outcome out of his mind and only focuses on what he can control. This is the paradox of outcome independence. The more you put the outcome out of your mind and focus only on what you can control, the more likely you will get your outcome. The more you make yourself genuinely unconcerned for any outcome, the more likely you'll get a positive outcome. Of course, the opposite is also true. The more you focus on the outcome, the less likely you'll get that outcome. So what's the takeaway? Enjoy conversations with people. This is a skill that can absolutely be practiced. So practice. Practice having conversations with strangers only to improve your skills with which you can enjoy conversations with strangers. The more you do this, the more you'll improve your skills of outcome independence, which will, of course, improve the results that you get. If you want to learn some world-class conversational skills so you can become much more persuasive and charismatic, please visit mindpersuasion.com. Check out the links below. And because we make videos almost every day, please subscribe so you can continue to learn more. Let us know what you think in the comments. How will you practice Stoic communication? Thank you for watching.